From the first time she saw a Fokker Friendship, Rosemarie McRae knew she was going to be a pilot. But before her dream could take flight, the Air Force rejected Rosemarie's application purely because she was a woman. She suffered the horror of miscarrying her third child in a shower, alone in the remote outback of northern Australia, and she was cut off from the outside world during a rainy season in the tropics, with stink beetles eating her only meat supply. Nonetheless, Rosemarie went on to win several heroism awards. She's flown movie stars, gold prospectors, and even the Aga Khan. She's also lived in some of the most remote areas on Earth, where she's had to share her bed with cockroaches and rats. She's survived a back-breaking journey across thousands of miles with her 2 young daughters in a 5-ton truck. She's fought against discrimination and abuse, and she's survived dust storms and cyclones to become one of the most respected pilots in history. Rosemarie's story takes you on the ride of your life, so fasten your seatbelts and be prepared to be whisked to the heights of adventure, hardship and triumph. Rosemarie McRae was born a daredevil. Apart from her hair-raising life as a rescue chopper pilot, she swam with man-eating tiger sharks on a feeding frenzy, shot the treacherous whitewater rapids of northern Australia in a rubber dinghy, and she's been shot 50 metres off the face of the earth at 6 G's force in the bungee rocket. Certainly Rose has reaped the benefits of her career, having flown to some of the most spectacular and pristine beauty spots on Earth, many of which are only accessible by helicopter. But her rise to success didn't come easily, or without many near-death experiences. In the early days, no one was prepared to give a female chopper pilot a chance. The only place where Rose was able to find work was mustering livestock by chopper in outback Australia. She was forced to endure unimaginable sleeping conditions and survive in a manner most of us couldn't even comprehend, never mind tolerate. At times, this was her washing machine and shower. But Rose battled on, eventually learning the highly specialised and dangerous skill of landing choppers on freighter ships to effect personnel transfers, piloting the heavy-duty Medivac helicopter, and successfully saving many stranded souls from certain death at sea. Rosemarie has received the Heroism Award for saving lives at sea from the Australian Maritime Safety Authority
and is awarded to Mrs. Rosemarie McRae.
The Appreciation Award for rescue work from the Civil Aviation Authority and the Australian Coast Guard's Heroism Award for saving lives at sea in perilous conditions. And when she wasn't saving lives, she was helping bring communications to people living without access to services most of us take for granted.
Telecom are connecting remote homes into the national grid using the Australian-designed digital radio concentrator. The revolutionary radio system requires the installation of transmitting masts at each homestead. Telecom's John Lister says the helicopters working together established the height required for the radio masts. The novel way of carrying out radio surveys, although initially expensive, is said to save big money in the long run.
Her skills as a musterer, rescue pilot and telecommunications surveyor stood her in good stead when she eventually opened her business, HeliLink, as a purely tourist operation. This is Wheeler's Cay, 50 nautical miles out to sea, on the world-famous Great Barrier Reef. But don't be deceived by the beauty of this place. This cay disappears at high tide, so Rose had to know how to read the charts to ensure she'd arrive just as this miraculous cay would appear, enabling her to land on the temporary sandbank. During her tenure as a rescue pilot, Rosemarie has delivered babies, carried dead bodies, encountered the mysterious, and some say supernatural, Min light. She's even had to operate as a stand-in dentist. Her tell-all autobiography is now available at all good bookstores, on Amazon.com and via the publisher direct. The proposed feature adaptation of this incredible story is represented in Los Angeles by Bexy Wisdom Calagian. Rosemarie's experiences stretch from parts of the planet that don't even feature on some maps, such as Port Lahu and Sunabiat, and across the farthest reaches of vast continents. Hers is a story of triumph against the odds, an inspiration to anyone who dares to dream.